for fucking...
After fucking working her way through the system, Kevin! She had to go guidance counselor!
Spit over all of us! There's spit on you, there's spit on me!
That's how you build!
Subscribe.
In honor of our man, Bob Saget, we're going to do top 5 television dads. Number 1 pick, Bob Saget. Rest in peace, and I know people will think that that's catering or pandering or whatever, but it's really not, for my generation at least. You know, other generations might have a different pick, but Bob Saget. People are going to say that that's like pandering. It's really not. For people from our generation. If you were older, you might have a different dad, but people my age, and probably the biggest demo of this podcast, like we said, if you were born around then, it's Danny Tanner, into America's Funniest Home Videos, into How I Met Your Mother, onto Entourage, Half Baked, the comedy, then does Barstool, the tour. I mean, it's Danny Tanner. It's Bob Saget. He's the one.
Harry Morgan. Harry Morgan's my number 1.
I mean, he gave his son a code.
Bro, if you realize your kid is a murdering psychopath,
Yeah.
and you just teach him to kill bad people,
Yeah.
pretty good dad.
Who'd you Google? It's just some random guy named Harry Morgan. Dexter.
Dexter's dad. It is
Dexter.
like that
That
is
voice he had too. Like, no, it's gotta follow the code, Dexter.
It's
And wait a minute.
like if
Yes,
you,
everything you just said, but also, it's what he picked him up in a puddle of blood in a fucking container block.
Yeah.
Like because it's not. Is it his real son? No, it's not.
No,
either. Yeah, so it's an adopted son.
the
that he
adopted
found
psychopath
in a puddle of blood. Realized was a psychopath, obviously, because of watching his mother get fucking sliced to pieces
with a chainsaw.
with a chainsaw. And then rather than saying, you know what, this one
Also-
goes to the system, he said, I'll just train you to kill animals and bad things and bad people, and we're good to go.
If we're gonna be find loopholes in the show, Dexter, I don't
here
think a
and there.
baby would have much trauma.
I don't know. They say that it can.
Yeah,
I don't know about enough where like you would.
like you don't have
become
memories. How do you have trauma?
I guess you kind of do. Like you don't have memories, but like your body and your brain and. I tend to agree with you, but they say that like from day one you can influence them, and it's really something as jarring as that. Like
I think
I don't know.
you just throw them in a fucking room for like 3 years.
they're good, yeah. What? To give him a bath, dry the blood off him, we're good to go. He's fine. He'll be all good. Great choice. I'm gonna go like kind of loophole here. It's like I'm picking Uncle Phil.
Fuck!
But not for his fatherhood towards Carlton and
Not who I thought. Okay, never mind.
and it's not about Carlton and Ashley and Hillary. It's about what he became Will's father figure. Even though he's Uncle Phil and he's Will's uncle, he took him in and gave him the father figure he needed. And so it's more like Father Will than Uncle Will. But man, that's
Uncle Phil.
Uncle Phil.
Yeah.
And because the other side of things, Will's actual dad, what a bag of shit that fucking guy is. When he goes on the road and doesn't take him anymore, fucking awful. And honestly, in real life too, that's the famous scene where he really was breaking down, and Phil Avery like hugs Will Smith and was like, "Now that's how you fucking act."
Really?
Yeah, he whispered in his ear like, "That's some fucking acting, kid," because they went over it and he like was training him, and it was like this big deal. And he said while they were hugging, he was like, "That's some fucking acting, kid."
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was an awesome moment.
So
who'd you get who do you think it's gonna be then?
Phil Dunphy.
You mean what? Clive Bigsby?
Yeah, I love Phil Dunphy, man. Phil Dunphy has a legitimate shot at the number 1 dad.
At the number 1 dad?
Bro,
Absolutely.
If you think
100%.
about like the
100%.
fucking like just the goofy stuff, but also when he turns on dad. Like he's a great dad who like loves his family, devoted to his family, all that shit. But he is when he does like the one thing when she's dating Jason Mantzoukas, the Gene guy,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
And he's like he comes out of the elevator. I like tear up, bro.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, that's my little girl.
Yeah,
I'm going to get, and she's in the other elevator. I was like, this is fucking. Kill him, Phil! Kill him!
Also, not to forget when he was giving back shots to fucking Julie
Claire.
Bowen. That was unbelievable, that scene. the sheet over them, or her head out. I think that'd be the first time that doggy style was done on like
Broadcast
247.
television.
Yeah, unbelievable moment. I'm gonna go with. I mean, one of the worst dads ever, really, to be honest. There's some ones that you love, but are pretty bad dads when you think about it. I'm gonna go with what I was about to go with is not, because I know you're not gonna pick that. What I was just gonna say, but so now I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna try.
Fuck! I knew you were gonna see me.
You're like invisible. I don't think you're gonna pick this either, but I'm gonna go with Al Bundy.
Okay, yeah.
Al Bundy, just a bag of shit, dad. Just a horrible.
I never
dad
saw it.
in
I wasn't like not allowed to watch Married with Children, but that's just not like.
Yeah, no, it was a
That's not
little bit like edgier. I can see some parents.
It was. I was
weren't,
young.
it
I
was
think. Like I don't
yeah.
even really remember like.
I'm not picking him at all for his fathering abilities. It's just he's an awesome dude. He's just. You know what is so fucking unbelievable about Married with Children? It's the reverse trope. Peggy just constantly wants to fuck, and Al Bundy's like, no, I just want to relax on the couch. And I find that to be so much more of a real trope than the opposite,
Yeah.
where it's like the husband wants to get laid, and the mom's like, oh, I got a headache or whatever. He's just like, Peggy is just this slutty, like, you want to fuck Al? And he's like, no. Also, he just goes, he works in a shoe store, and he just like refuses to sell or like help out fat women. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. One of the OG misogynists. Shout out. And you could even say him as a...
No!
Okay. Proceed.
Frank Reynolds.
Wow.
Frank Reynolds, all you want, like, he's just one of the guys, right? One of the fellas.
He's just a bud. He's just a friend.
Right? It was a fucking ATM who's fucking down the clown.
I did not even. He didn't even hit my radar, man.
Yeah, Frankie.
That's a great Frankie. God, he's the
Yo,
best.
unlimited money and down the clown. That's what you want in a dad.
Real. Absolutely. Man, when you think about it like that, that opens up like a lot of. You gotta think, there's so many shows I gotta think of now, because this is generally gonna be like sitcoms and shit, but no,
I don't have any shows I watched as a child on my list, which I think is a good thing for my dad. Like when in my formative years, my dad hole was filled.
My dad hole.
I wasn't looking at the television for a fucking dad. As I get older, I'm like, that's a sick dad. That's a dad I want to be. And I get to Frank Reynolds pretty quickly. It's one, make sure my psychopath kids are okay. Two, I don't know. I mean, Phil's down the clown too. Phil's down the clown with fucking.
No, Phil's your most heartfelt. The rest is gonna just be dirt balls.
What's no? Because I'll find out while you're still thinking. 4 is Jay Pritchett. Because again, Phil.
Who's that?
Jay. It's
Jay. Yeah.
Jay is
marry a hot older fucking younger Mexican woman.
he just likes to drink whiskey and chill, drink scotch and chill. But also, his big father scene when he fires Manny's friend at the factory.
I don't remember. I don't know that show as well.
And he fires Manny's friend at the factory because he at the closet factory because he almost hurt Manny. And Manny's mad at him for firing him. He's like, "That's my friend. You know, he's nice. He doesn't deserve to be fired." And he's like, "Listen, he put my kid in danger. You don't get a second chance with that. And or you put my son in danger."
Yeah.
And then Manny's like, "Did you call me your son?" And he's like, "Of course you're my son, you idiot." And it's a good scene.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and one up you on Always Sunny and pick Dennis Reynolds.
That's right,
Father. He's a TV father. For all obvious reasons. We don't need to go through it, but yeah. Father. Love it.
All right.
So wait, that was 4th? We're each on 4?
Yes, I'm on 5 now. This is
You're
my
on
4.
4, yeah.
That was my 4th. Okay. No, because did he just double up?
No, you need 4 now. You need 4.
Okay, so
yeah.
we kind of sneaked it there. So
Yeah.
I'll go with my next one. Maybe a little bit of a controversial choice here, but I think at the end of the day, he was doing it for the right reasons. Walter White.
Yeah, he absolutely was not doing it for the right reasons. Well,
He was
originally,
doing it for the right reasons.
Originally,
Yeah.
and
At the end of the day, he went down that road to provide for his family, and maybe fucking killed like a dozen people along the way, and absolutely ruined that family. but they're going to college for free somehow, some way. Okay, maybe through some like fucking widows and widow. What's going on? You all right?
I don't know.
What's happening?
I don't know.
You're like,
I just moved weird, and I was like, it's kind of funny. And I just kept doing it.
You are a child, Walter White.
All right, last one. I did really good on this list. Eric.
No.
What do you know?
He's a bad dad.
Eric Taylor is not a bad dad. Eric
You
Taylor?
think that his kids ended up good? He's a good coach.
I think
Fucking
Eric Taylor.
Julie hated him.
Julie didn't hate him.
Julie resented him.
Julie was a teenage girl for a couple of seasons.
He's a bad father and a bad husband.
You are.
Done for the day.
I
will not have this argument.
he begrudgingly gives Tammy Taylor her like shot at the end.
Bro,
Didn't
what are you
fucking
talking
want to.
about?
For like 50 years, it's all about him.
It is.
And he finally succumms and's like, yeah, we'll go.
Dude,
we'll go
Tammy runs that household. They are equals, perhaps.
No.
They are more
They
than
are
equal.
not.
Tammy is
They
in
are
charge.
not.
He might be the breadwinner, but Tammy's in charge.
Tammy's in charge because she has had to put her entire life on hold for the Dillon fucking Panthers.
No, because he respects her.
Imagine
Because
that.
he fucking
Imagine your entire life. You don't get to live out any of your dreams or anything because of these
What are you
fucking high
talking
school
about?
kids.
She gets a job in season 1. She becomes a guidance counselor like season 1.
At the fucking high school. Do you think she wants to be a guidance counselor at some shitty
Yes,
school?
because what she went to school for. That's how you become a guidance counselor. You go to school for
She goes
guidance
on to
counseling.
finally work at this like accredited
What?
university after putting her life on
No,
hold for fucking.
after fucking working her way through the system, Kevin, she had to go guidance counselor.
spit over all of us. There's
Vice
spit on you,
principal.
there's spit on me.
Principal. That's how you
At this
build. It's like
garbage
fucking coach.
school.
It's like coach going for fucking Coach Pee-wee's. Guess what? Then you're assistant coach, head
Garbage.
coach of the high school team. Work your way up, offensive coordinator of the college team. Then
probably-
he bailed on that dream. Went back to Dillon. That's how you fucking. It's called progressing in a career.
Bro, she could have been so much more than a fucking guidance counselor.
What are you talking? Guidance counselor is a fucking admirable position, Kevin.
No, it is not.
You're just saving kids' lives out there every day, turning Tyra
Now I
around.
know you're just
Tyra
being-
would be on the ball if it wasn't for fucking Tammy Taylor.
As far as a father, he had Julie, who was like, she hoed up that one season and was a fucking, and was totally
She's a
miserable.
teenage girl,
And then,
he respected her sexuality.
and then, what's
Just
her
wanted to
name?
make sure they were being safe. Remember when he caught them?
When
When she fell asleep on the couch with Saracen, they came home and said, "I'll be being safe."
Remember, what was her name? Baby Bell or something like that?
Gracie Bell.
Gracie Bell, that fucking alien of a
Yeah,
baby.
one of the other children in the history of television.
It's like you failed as a dad because you created a creature. I don't know what happened to your DNA, but it was not human.
Yeah. Friday Night Lights is a fucking prequel, like Lord of the Rings.
Right. That baby came out with hooves and a tail. That thing was growing antlers. That baby was, it's very hard to be like a super ugly baby, but she was fucking gruesome. Look at that fucking kid. Yeah. Ugh. Look at that middle picture right there. Right? No, like on second row middle. I mean, that looks like Gollum. Look at that. Look at the dome on that baby. Mrs. Coach was a.
That baby looks like Christopher Lloyd.
Mrs. Coach is the real fucking star of that show. She put her life on hold for that whole fucking family and those stupid fucking kids.
You guys you're nuts. You're nuts. You're gonna be so in the minority on this opinion. It's crazy.
I'm gonna be in the there's like I think there's like blue checks who have written that before. You know.
Yeah, they can.
I'm gonna go back to
my
being
ass.
a lib cuck queer over this one. I have one more.
Yeah.
Part of me wanted to go cartoon with it just for fun. You know, the Homers and and Frank Hill his name
Hill.
Hank Hill. Part of me wanted to go Seinfeld for Mr. Costanza, Frank Costanza,
Great
of all
one.
time. But I forgot what I was gonna say. So hang on. One of the greatest patriarchs in all of families of all time, George Bluth. Just the top of that family. Like you could say it for any of them. You could say it for Michael. You could say it for Job. I think he fathered a kid along the way, right? You could say it, but at the top, George Sr.
Yeah.
I mean, he's That scene where he's like
His
a
wife.
husband and wife.
You want to apply the Eric Taylor rules to George real quick?
Yeah.
His wife
Yeah.
who gave up her dream. His daughter who's an adult hoe.
Her dream.
Married to a gay man.
Lucille's dream was to fucking sit at home, drink martinis, and be mean to everybody. He gave her dreams. When he goes, a husband and wife cannot be tried for the same crimes. He's like, that's absolutely not true. Fuck. Got the worst fucking lawyers. And I think that's like episode 1. It is one of the funniest scenes ever.
Dude, the Lucille,
when he converts and becomes Jewish. Oh man! No touching.
Lucille's fucking. See her drinking episode, or not episode, line is my favorite when she's taking pills and drinking, and they're like, Mike. Michael says, "You can't be drinking while you take those pills." She says, "It's got a wink on the bottle," and he looks at it, and it's because it says it causes drowsiness.
Yeah,
she does the eye winking. He's like, I was like 9, whatever age I was, I don't know, but I was like, that's fucking genius.
That wink is so fucking good. All right, so get at us, top 5 TV dads. There's a ton. There's so many good ones. Funny, like actual good dads or funny ones. So tweet at us. Let us know. All right, we got to get to 100,000. I want that 100,000 plaque.
Subscribers?
We've got a goal for all you out there, for everybody. At 100,000 subscribers, Polly Feidelberg will join us on the show. Maybe. Well, if not, we'll probably have to trick her into it. But at 100K, you will get Polly content. So subscribe, click the bell icon so you get notifications so that you're always watching. Leave a comment below. Talk about it. Post about it. Spread word. Tell your friends. 100,000 subscribers on KFC Radio for Polly Feidelberg. Let's make it happen.